What's going on, everybody? Sean Daniel with Guitar Control here. Today, it's pretty sexy because we're playing Wicked Games by Chris Isaak. We're going to do a way that we can kind of incorporate the melody into the acoustic guitar part. So make sure you click the link below because we're going to have the chords for it. Really easy, actually. It's only 3 chords, but we can start incorporating the melody. So if you just want to strum it, we can do it and have it sound like this. You can pretty much sing the entire song just with these 3 chords. And then you could add that. Or we can start adding the melody, like... So, super easy. Chords are simple. It's fun to play. People have a reaction to this melody that takes them to a totally different, hotter black and white place. So it's B minor, the chord of sensuality, right here. Okay, so now we don't have to play this as a bar chord. You're gonna need you to play the melody, but if we just wanna play it B minor, A, E, you can start just like this. Pointer finger, 2 on the A string. Now, if you don't wanna play the bar chord, that's all you need with your pointer finger. 2A with your pointer finger, ring finger 4D, pinky 4G, middle finger 3B. You can just strum the middle 4 strings and maybe not hear anything from the high string, or bar it to get that second fret of the high string to ring out. That's an F sharp note, which is gonna be the first note of our melody when we get there. But we just play the B minor like that. You can scoot this really quickly and easily to an A major, just like this, by going down to the 2nd fret on the D, G, and B strings, open A, like that. You can raise the bar like that to get that high E string to ring out if you're crazy, or you can just not even worry about the high E string, and then go to E major. This is our 3rd chord, okay? So I'm just kind of going through the chords quickly. Then we're gonna talk about the strumming pad, and then we're gonna add the melody, all right? So that open E major chord is middle finger 2nd fret on the A string, ring finger 2nd fret on the D string, pointer finger 1st fret on the G string. So now, if we just want to do it super basic and simple, all downstrokes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, another time around on that E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we're counting it like this, 2 bars of each B minor and A, and then 4 bars of E. Now you can totally play it like this. You can get a little crazier. And then the first thing you can add is that part with that E major. So maybe if you've never tried playing melody notes on top of chords before, this is a really cool place to start, because all we're doing is we're taking an E major chord, that 1st fret on the G string. The melody that we're gonna add is 1, 2, 4, okay? Now we can pretty easily add that over an E major. The first thing that you could do is just put your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, turning it from an E major chord to an E suspended 4 chord is the name of that chord. Every time that you change a note in a chord, it probably changes names, but don't worry so much about the name of it, even though it is an E sus 4, if you ever come across it on a chord chart or anything like that. Worry more about what that melody is doing. It's leading us to the 4th fret. Now, the cool thing about this, once we're here, you can kind of bring it into B minor position, but just have it be 2A, 2D, and 4G. So now we kind of have this is actually technically an E power chord, playing it like this. Bum, bum, bum. B minor to A major to E major. It's kind of a slick move that sets you up for that B minor again. And then back home. Now, if we want to add the entire melody, let's talk about it. We can start with the B minor power chord. Okay, so we're going the high E string to where your middle finger is on the B string. Bum, bum, bum. Getting your pinky involved on the 5th fret of the B string. You can do the same thing. You could open it with your hand like that, getting an open E string. I think it's better to kind of add the pinky there, and then go from pinky to middle finger, 5 to 3. So I'm getting the low part of the chord, and then I'm getting the melody there. I'm raking the chord until I get to the B string. I'm stopping there. That way I'm hearing this note, that E note, in the chord on top. Okay, so B melody, B melody, stopping on there again, and then going to the A major chord, because the next 2 notes of melody are 2B, open B, C sharp to B. Bum, bum. They sound really great on top of that A major chord, which we started earlier, right? So we've got B, E major, and then that slick move back to B. Okay, so it's a very interesting way that you can start incorporating melody into your chords. And again, you can start it. The cool thing about having a song that's on a loop like this for the entirety of the song is that it gives you time to practice different techniques while you're going through the song, right? A lot of times you might just get bored being like, all right, B, A. It's like, all right, I'm just playing this, whatever. No dynamic to it, right? So if you're bored, the listener, the audience is going to be easily as bored. But maybe if you start with it muted, like to an A, to that E, now you can kind of take that chord progression somewhere else. Okay, so there's a lot of different things that we did there. We started out by just playing the power chords, which is just a 2-note chord. For the B minor part, it's easy. It's just 2A and 4D. Now, we said before, it's in 4/4 timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But one way to kind of mess with the rhythm is maybe to count it instead of a 4 count or an 8 count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm just doing a muted power chord where I've got my palm in the bridge. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, A, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, E. And then again on E. That really kind of breaks up from that verse. Really brings a dynamic into it. Now, slowly but surely, you can maybe start to play more of the chord in the same rhythm if you want. You could add the melody. We can start with the... And then by the end of it, you're kind of getting the whole thing. And then it makes a bigger impact when you go back down. So, you know, we don't need to spend 20 minutes on this lesson. I think it's really just kind of, all right, we've got the chords. I see that within these chords, built inside the chord is really most of the melody. The only place I have to reach to find a note for the melody that isn't in that chord is when I'm adding my pinky or opening up the E string to get the... Otherwise, all the other notes in the melody are inside that B minor chord. Same thing with the A, unless you open it up to make a suspended chord, and then to an E, E suspended 4, and then again we're grabbing that note to kind of make just a different voicing of an E power chord. So I think it's just something that you want to be thoughtful about is where these melody notes are coming. They're always going to be either in the chord or very near to the chord, no matter what kind of voicing, what kind of inversion that you're playing. Really, if you find yourself in a song that is just a loop over and over again, and you're mindlessly playing it, never be mindlessly playing. Always try to like reach for maybe where a melodic note is, because a lot of times you'll plateau if you're just kind of playing the same stuff over and over again and you're not really exploring the fretboard. So I think that this is a great example of just doing a little bit of fretboard exploration to open up basically all the stuff that you're playing in a really easy to hear way that is a melody everybody knows. You've heard it a million times. It's great. Chris Isaak, give you street creds. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, hit us up in the comments section. Anything else you want to see, let us know, because we're always looking for feedback. And then after that, check out other videos on the Guitar Control channel by myself and other great instructors. Thanks a lot.